Hello everyone, this is G-Shock High Fashion Channel. Today I'm gonna open up a DW-002 G-Shock watch and just gonna share with all of you guys how the interior looks like. So before we get started, as always, we need to remove the watch band on this first because as you can see, it's pretty messy over here. It's best one is to remove this one first and then we'll proceed with the whole body. So in order to do so, remove this Velcro strap, pull this thing out of the adapter, pull the watch down a little bit, push this part of the watch band, let me try to zoom in a little bit, into this loop over here, while, you know what, pull this, the most bottom layer out first, like so, and then I could just pull everything out. Actually, just pull the bottom layer first, that's the point. Pull this thing out, remove this buckle loop over here, and then we could remove this buckle as well. As you guys can see now, we have Japan sign below both of them. After we end with this video, whenever you want to put this thing back in there, make sure that this Japan writing is pointing to the watch and not the other way around. Right, that's just something you need to take note about. Put both of these aside and pull this thing out, and that's done. Now we are done with this type of watch band. Just in case you want to remove the strap and replace it with a better one that you have in mind, you can do so in here. Look at that. The watch is still looking the way it is, round shape. Well, depending on your preferences. Okay, now let's remove the screw on this piece. We only have 6 of them. 3 on both sides to lock the bezel, and also the this part over here called the shock absorber, or sort of like a thing where they add to support this adapter over here. Look at that, it couldn't move as much when this thing is on there. So let me remove this part first. And this gray thing also going to provide some spacing between the back part of the watch all the way to the ground. So that's that. Remove this thing out and remove this one as well. And the last screw on this piece will be this guy on this side. Right now, look at that, the watch didn't look as weird even when you didn't use this thing. Look at that, still looking fine. It is indeed looking way more slimmer, but then look at that, the adapter now very movable like so. But if you want to remove this, make sure you put the screw back in here. However, that's gonna result some part of the screw to pump up like so. Since this screw is pretty long, you know, you couldn't use this type of screw. Anyway, let me remove the bezel. I think we could already do that over here. Yeah, we could push or pull it out like so. Now it's already coming out. Look at that. So this is how the watch looks like. Really simple. Let me push all this aside now. Let me remove the back screw here. This one will lock this bottom layer of the casing and also the back plate, the stainless steel back plate for this model or this series. I believe every 002 series come with this similar construction, so if you own any one of these, you're gonna go through this similar process that I'm doing right now. So I hope this video will be very useful to you, just in case you want to customize or fix your G-Shock. Pull this thing upwards like so, this thing's out. Look at that, it's already coming out already. And now you can see that we have Casio over here, shock resistant, stainless steel back, and 1209 DW-002 water resistant and Japan Y backplate. When you left this thing on here, you couldn't see it. All you are able to see is just tiny lettering down there. Let's try to slowly remove this, tap a little bit, and we can see now D18. This buzzer over here is sort of like an indicator of how old a watch is. In my case right now, it's already like 20 years old. And also, looking from the colorway of this part, you could tell that there's something about the watch, and one of it will be if it already begin to rot or not. In my case, I'm pretty sure it's rotting by the look of this beeper alone. Alright, we're looking at this black part over here. This will be the shock absorber with a lot of cushioning points. This one is bigger, this one is smaller, and yeah, pretty much standard. I could just remove it with my finger. Actually, nothing that is holding there, just place them there with a lot of shape. Probably hold up with this metal or black thing over here. I have no idea what this thing is, but yeah, you have it on there. And as you guys can see now, the design for this module, the electronics in there, the metal parts are exactly similar as the DW-6900 Extreme series that I showed you guys before as well. The module are also the same. They both operate on 1289, and a lot more model out there that operates on a similar model. So yeah, a lot of G-Shock will look the same as this. Look at that, very similar. Now let me try to try this thing out. I believe I'm gonna need this tool over here, and it will came out. This will be the module with, you know what, I haven't showed you guys yet. We have spring over here, we have no jewels, of course, unadjusted down here, and this will be the AC disc up there, and plus positive sides of the electrode. This will be Casio Japan built engine, so that is very cool to know that. I mean, the watch was fully made in Japan all the way to the watch band. And now looking inside this hard case, we can see that we have a module holder, this metal part called the holder to hold everything into place. Let me put this thing back in there. There it is. This is how it looks like. And also to add this thing over here, this is more shock absorber that plays around the module, which is, I believe, also to be similar as the Extreme Series G-Shock watch. I believe only the shape like slightly off, but the rest is pretty much the same. Right, I'm gonna remove this, and as you can see now, the button could still be operate. There it is, alarm, timer, stopwatch, and this will be the light operation. Look at that, in blue colorway. You will be able to hear like a buzzing noise when each time you press the light button actually, but I don't think the camera or even the microphone could pick it up. So just so you know, it could be. And that's done on this part actually. Now let's have a look inside here. Since I would like to share with all you guys something about the faceplate. Look at how glossy it looks. That is not normal at all. Normal faceplate would like already came out. Well, the O-ring just came out like that. The normal faceplate will just already like easily came out as soon as remove the module. In this case right now, it looks like it has been stick or glued on there. So this is a sign that the watch that I'm using now is already beginning to rot actually. So I need to pry this thing out very carefully using this thing. If you have a proper tool or a tweezer, that will be way better. I just want to use my finger, pour this thing out, and like so. There it is. Now you can see that it is very glossy, which is unlikely. I mean, very weird. It's supposed to be fully matte black, so this is a sign that the watch is rotting as well. Just look at the faceplate. I mean, you could hold it, it feels sticky. It looks oily, but it's not oily, it is more sticky. I have no idea what the material is, what the cost of this, like why the only faceplate becoming like this, not the whole piece. But most of the time, from my experience of opening up or handling a lot of vintage G-Shock watch, yet to open up this thing though, feels like similar thing is happening to this guy, as same as this. But anyway, most of the time, whenever a watch get in this condition, it already begin to rot. And my theory is that, let me try to zoom out. Sorry, my theory is that this is all the grease, the oil that Catholic G-Shock added in their watches to make the watch like water resistant. Like over time, it will seeps all the way to the faceplate, or I mean to the front, most likely to the glass. And by the way guys, this is also the reason why some vintage watches become foggy at the front over here, and that's the reason actually. You need to clean the glass and also this part, but I don't think it's wise to do so, because cleaning this part will result in these writings over here to came off at the same time as well. So do it at your own risk. And by the way guys, left your G-Shock like this, like if you don't do anything, like you just left it in the store or in the shelf, this oil, this glue, this, I don't know what to call it, I'm just gonna call it oil. This oily thing will seeps out even further front, all the way around the glass panel over here. It will seeps all out from there, and then it will stick to the bezel. And that is why most vintage G-Shock watch will come with a rotten or damaged or destroyed bezel first. It is very rare for us to find a vintage G-Shock watch that come with the back plate have been, I mean not the back plate, this bottom casing have been destroyed at the same time as well. Look at that. So my guessing is that because of this thing. That is why, again, this first part that we're gonna destroy, if you leave your watch unattended, like didn't do anything about it, this part will destroy first, and then the bottom layer of the casing, and then the adapter, and then the hard case, so on and so forth. But most of the time, this part will destroy first. So yeah, keep that in mind. If you have a lot of vintage watches in your collection, check them right now. And if possible, one of the other way that I could think of to like slow down this rotting process is by removing the battery out of the module whenever you're not wearing it, or whenever you're planning to store it for safekeeping, like more than a few months, you know, or even a week. More than a week is best. Or if you didn't think if you're not thinking about wearing it like for a very long time, just remove the battery instead, you know. It's gonna help just a little bit. And yeah, that's all that I have to share on this video. Actually, pretty much simple. Now I have to put everything back into place, and I'm gonna make another video as well to update on this thing. I'm pretty sure, you know what, I'm gonna customize this, making this into a different watch instead, because I don't like this at all. Yeah, I could just remove this because I have a spare part laying around. Like I could just replace the other faceplate and just be done with it, problem solved as well. But anyway, that's all guys. I hope you guys found this video useful, informative, and entertaining as well for future reference. Leave a like if this does help you, and also subscribe to see more contents like this coming up in the future. Thank you very much for watching guys. I really appreciate support. This is G-Shock Fashion channel, and